The savages fear us now. They will not trouble us again.
We give you this offering, Firebringer. Take it.
You fight uncommonly well. The savages won't trouble us again, not after such a rout. I'll gather the rest of my people and meet you back at our camp.
I'm glad to be free, but I'm sorry that so many natives had to die. I wish there could have been a less violent solution. The Urshamash are a fascinating people. It's like they've taken all of our values and turned them on their heads, and then shrunk them. Yes, those babbling heads are more than a little revolting, but the natives have their reasons for that too. I apologize. It's been a trying day and I ramble.
What are those talking heads that I've seen around the village?
They're Urshamash ancestors. It's really quite unusual. For these people, death is the ultimate tragedy. Not in the way that you or I might think, though. For them, a spirit that returns to the River of Souls is forever lost to his clan. A most terrible fate. So when a kinsman dies, they capture his soul, and then place it in his shrunken head. I haven't the foggiest idea how they do it. And those chattering heads, they're a dour bunch.
You seem a bit taken with the first people. A little odd since they might have killed you.
The Queen has my loyalty first, but I was a scholar before I was a soldier. These villagers are endlessly interesting. They may be savage, but they're not evil. They just want to be left alone. Not so different from most people, really.
Is it true? Can you get us out of the swamp?
Indeed. I never thought studying old dwarven lore would turn me into such a valuable instrument of war. That certainly wasn't my intention. Lord Devonsey is a good friend. He would not have left me, even if I didn't have my magic. But now that I'm free, I should be able to fashion a bridge of mud and roots. It's a bit larger than anything I've done before, but I'll manage.
Geomancy seems different from the magic of the Legion. How does it work?
Because geomancers use their magic to move the earth, many have likened the art to the undisciplined chaos of shamanism or witchcraft. In actuality, it's a form of magic that demands patience. Conveying this essence is difficult. After all, whole libraries are dedicated to the art. But you might say that molding the energies isn't unlike a gem cutter's work, carefully shaping the rough stone into a polished jewel.
How did you learn about the dwarves and their magic? Did you have a teacher?
No, sadly. We've suffered many losses in our service to the Queen. And to my shame, that included the dwarves under her care. We simply don't know if there are any survivors. No clans have contacted us. And even the great mine of Glitterdelve, where Her Majesty lives, is empty. I learned all that I know by studying the tomes there. And I'll continue to preserve what I can. It's a small act of penance for so great a sacrifice.
The sooner we can leave this swamp, the better. Can you raise the land bridge soon?
As soon as we return to the camp, I'm sure we'll be moving out soon.
I must be off. My road takes me to Stonebridge.
Indeed. We are all in your debt. These are troubling times, but your actions remind me of kinder days. Days when the Legion and the Crown served one another. May we meet again.
Firebringer, may you walk this village in peace.
Maru Yetum is wise and powerful. We will always follow his word.
Our warriors will not fight one that is greater. Walk in peace.
The damp is not safe for your people.
There is an outsider female here. She is not like you. Our shamans can speak with the roots. Did you see them move for you?
You must have a great power to defeat our shaman. Do you also whisper with Nagog?
Our shamans whisper with Nagog. It is he who gives them power.
Your kind hates the damp because you do not understand it.
Please, Firebringer, leave our trees and roots alone. We ask little.
The crawlers are angry from your noise and fire.
Your warriors are strong, but the Urshamesh know this land. We will survive.
I have no words for you, Firebringer.
A missionary from the Azunite Church. What is she doing here?
So you're the one who led the attack. Was it worth it? I can only hope that the lives you took were necessary. I came here because I didn't want to serve Azunite through war. Now that you've done your fighting, you might help me tend to its victims. I've been collecting materials from the swamp that I can use as remedies and cures. Will you help me find more?
This isn't the place I'd expect to find an Azunite. How did you get here?
I was once an apprentice alchemist. A promising one, I might add. When my father fell gravely ill, I found that none of my cures would help him. I prayed and prayed, and Azunite saved my father. Since then, I've dedicated my life to his service. Unfortunately, most Azunites seem to think that spilling blood in Jeyne Kassynder's name is the only true means of worship. I teach the children, and help the villagers with my remedies. It's a simple life, but better than fighting in Jeyne Kassynder's army.
Well, what are you looking for? Gathering a few roots doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
If only it were that easy. I've no shortage of bog plants, but slug eggs, that's a different story. They have extraordinary healing properties. With all the bloodshed that's taken place here, the villagers have need of such aid.
I must be off. I will look for the eggs when I'm in the bog.
Thank you. And be careful out there. The slugs can be rather vicious.
I'm not.
Now we have a chance. I don't know who you are. You just walked into a frack's nest of trouble. Good thing Roderick sent you. We wouldn't have survived. You have our thanks. We should be able to make it back to the camp on our own. We'll tell Roderick what happened, but I'm sure he'll want to thank you himself.